Good day everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm using this medium to appreciate all my faithful subscribers and my followers, those that liked my video, those that commented last year. Thank you so much for your support, those that shared our videos. Also thank you, and I'm wishing us a new year, an amazing and a prosperous new year. Yeah, and I wish us greater achievements in this year. Yeah, year 2025, it's gonna be a great year for us all. Yeah, so I actually went on a vacation. Not vacation from social media, but I needed it before I resume back to school, so I'll be resuming for spring semester now, and it's gonna be a busy one. I really have a lot to do this semester, but at the same time I won't keep you guys waiting for long. God helping me, I'll try to drop videos as it comes. Yeah. Yeah, so the plans for this year is I'm hoping that I'll be able to start a webinar series here where I invite other people to come and speak on this channel. We'll talk about graduate school applications and scholarships, talk about job opportunities maybe. I'm thinking that would be probably middle of this year, not the spring, of course. Not the spring. So that's my prospect. Okay, yeah, so before that I will also try to be dropping short videos. It could be my daily life activities, it could be talking about graduate school as well, it could be me making my hair. No, you never can tell. Just keep watching, okay? So before I end this video, I just want to talk a little about graduate school application, because it's spring already and most schools will open their application cycle around July, August, kind of, while some will be September 15-ish. So this time you'll need to start preparing so you can apply in fall or summer, as the case may be, depending on the school. Yeah, so if you just graduated, or if you just had your bachelor's degree or master's degree and you're planning to further, probably from bachelor's degree to master's degree, or from master's degree to PhD, or even from bachelor's degree to PhD, yeah, so this is the time for you to start preparing. Yeah, there's so many universities in the United States that accept direct PhD from bachelor's to PhD. An example of it is me. Yep. I didn't enter my school with a master's degree, so I entered with a bachelor's degree. Well, some people ask me what's the difference between entering with a bachelor's degree and entering with a master's degree. I would say it depends on the school, sincerely. But in my own school, the only difference is the number of classes we take. If you come in with master's degree, you're required to take 18 course units. Yeah, let me put it that way. While if you enter with a bachelor's degree, you're taking 36 course units. So that's 2 years for lecture. While for masters, if you come in with a master's, 1 year of lecture. Then you have the whole year, the other years to prepare for your research or start working on your thesis, as the case may be. Now back to what I was saying. So if you're planning to apply to United States schools, please, I'm specific, United States. I applied to other countries, fine, but I don't really know much about them. So if you're applying to Germany, to UK, don't ask me questions about the application. So that would be for my webinar series when I try to invite people in from other countries, okay? But if you're specific to United States, which is not even advisable, you should don't put all your eggs in one basket. Yeah. But if you're still no, it has to be United States, then you can come to me. Hey. Yeah, so this time you should start preparing your documents. Okay, first thing first, you need to search for schools. Please, no one will search for schools for you. You have to do the job yourself. You have your phone. Google is your friend. Search for schools that offer your course. Maybe it's mathematics or statistics or biology, whatsoever course you're doing or you did in your degree or you want to do. Because some people, they want to change their field. Yeah, search for it first. Look for the schools that offer your course. Try to check if they actually have funding, because that is very, very important. International students are not allowed to work outside campus here in the United States. How do you want to pay your fee? Some people are paying. I don't know how to do it, but I don't have any solution to that. Okay, so I'm only after you trying to get funding. Yep. So make sure you check the school well, check that they give funding, most especially to master students, because most schools, they don't fund master students, they prefer to fund PhD. So make sure that your school is funding master's degree, and try to check their documents as well. Check everything they ask for, make sure you have it. So generally now, the documents that are being required in US universities, the first thing is your international passport. Yeah, that is very, very important. Very, very important. You want to travel out of your own country, you need a passport. Yeah, you even need a passport to write some exams, you know, like GRE, IELTS. You need passport to register for them. So your passport is very, very, very important. And I don't know how it is in my country currently, but I remember then when I was applying for passports, I had to connect with someone before I was able to get it very fast. So, but I think the situation has changed now. I don't know, but if you know that, okay, it takes time to get a passport, then you should start working on it as soon as possible. And your transcript, you should check if your school or the schools you found, if they accept unofficial transcript or official transcript. The unofficial transcript is the student's copy, the one you have your own personal copy of your transcript. Yeah, while the official, it's from school. So most of the universities, they require your school to send them your transcript. So you need to apply to the school and your school has to send it to them. Get it? Yeah. While unofficial, you can upload your transcript yourself on the application website and you're fine, you're good. Okay, so you need to know if your school is accepting the unofficial one or the official transcript. Okay, the next thing is your certificate. Most schools, they give certificates on your graduation day. It could be a week after graduation. I know certificate is easy to get from schools. Yeah, so you should have a certificate at hand. Okay, then another thing is your academic CV. There's some things that shouldn't be included in your academic CV. So this academic CV is kind of tailored to align with what you want to apply for, okay, or what you want to study. All right, so the assistance I can offer is to help you review your CV. Okay, I'm not gonna drop my CV here on this site because it's still under processing. How will I put it? Yeah, under processing. Yeah, but if you want me to review your CV for you, or if you need my sample, I can send it privately. Okay, so, and I will also advise you follow some scholars on Twitter. We have Igbala Jobi, Olumi Yuwa, we have Dr. Sam. Now you can see them online, and I'm sure Igbala Jobi posted his CV on Twitter. Yeah, I think it's still there. So you can search for those people on Twitter, try to follow them and try to get updates from them as well. Okay. Yep. Then okay, we've talked about the CV. Now the SOP, the statement of purpose. Yeah, this is like how would I put it now? This is also one of the important documents, and it varies with school. Yeah, and you shouldn't have a generic SOP because the questions the school has might really be different. Okay, so some schools, they want you to answer specific questions, while some schools will just tell you, okay, just submit SOP. But I'm sure that the school will actually tell you what they want to see in your SOP. Most of the time is to introduce yourself. You try to explain your research background, your skills, and what you bring into the lab. If you're science, if you're in STEM, in code, what you're bringing to the lab, what you want to offer the school in general, and why you're applying to the school, why you're applying to the specific lab. No, they have their own way of asking questions, so make sure you check the school website very, very well and make sure you are able to answer all these questions. So you can use this time to prepare for your statement of purpose. Yeah, some schools, they require research statements where you only talk, you elaborate on your research skills and your research experiences, or even teaching experiences. So you should do proper research on what the school really wants. Okay, and if you also need a sample, you can contact me, or you can put it in the comment section. All right, we can connect from them. Okay, then your recommendation letters. Yeah, I would say make sure you have like 3 referees, and they should be academic references. You can have 2 academic references, 1 professional, fine, but not like 3 professional references or 2 professional then 1 just academic. No, because you're entering the academic field, so they want to see people from the academic field recommending you as well. Okay, so you also need to choose your recommenders very carefully. Yeah, seriously, some lecturers, they don't know how to write recommendation letters, and they just write anything for you. And she's good, she's hardworking. Those are generic things. Like, there are specific things they can actually write for you. Okay, I taught the student and she had this kind of grade in my class, like something specific. Like, when they read it, they know that, okay, truly this person is connected with this person in the academic setting. So for me, when I was applying, my school required 3 recommendation letters. So 2 was from my undergrad, which is FUTA, and 1 was from where I did my IT, which is a professional reference. And it's internship, so it's a lab as well, and it's very related with what I was applying for. Okay, so it was very easy for him to write me recommendation letters, and a very good one, like a great one. So for those of you that you don't like your lecturers back in school, it's time to reconcile with them. And if you know you're still in school, it's time for you to start connecting with your lecturers. Yeah, it's very, very important. These people will be useful for you when you're applying to schools. And also, you don't just apply to one school, because universities in the United States are very, very competitive. So you should apply to at least 3 schools, so you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, and you are now expecting these people to still submit recommendation letters to all the schools. Sincerely, if you don't have like a mutual relationship with them, most of them will just tell you they are busy. They can't keep doing this. And what if you apply to like 10 schools and you got rejected in all? What will you do? You have to start all over again, and you still have to tell these people that you need recommendation letters from them. So you should try to like maintain a cordial relationship between you and your lecturers, or between you and the professional referee you want to use, whatever. And by professional, I mean someone from a company that is related to what you want to study. Okay, I said earlier on, my own research supervisor, then that was the person I used for my professional reference. So he understood what I want to study, and he knows what to write. He knows me well. All right. So recommendation letter is also like very, very important. Try and find good referees, okay, for United States too. They are so particular about who is writing for you, because they take all these things very, very serious. Okay, so those are the basic documents you need. Now let's go to professional exams like GRE, IELTS, GMAT. It also depends on your school. Yeah, my school doesn't require IELTS. If you can prove like you were taught in English, you're fine. Why some schools really requires it, but I observe that most schools doesn't require IELTS anymore, if you can actually prove that you were taught in English. Yeah, I have most of my friends that didn't write any exam and they are here. So it really depends on your school whether you're expected to write IELTS. IELTS is an English exam. I wrote it and I passed, but I didn't use it. So if you know your school requires it, this is the time for you to study, prepare well, and make sure you pass it once. Okay, most especially GRE. So I know that most students in computer science and engineering, they kind of like require GRE. I don't know if I'm right about this, but I know most of my friends are in engineering, they wrote GRE. So if you know you're in that field, you should make sure that your school doesn't require GRE. And if your school does, then you should start preparing for it. Okay, you should start working towards it. And I'm sure they are so expensive now, yeah, because of the Naira-dollar rate. So another thing I will also mention is the application fees. Yeah, but fortunately most schools still waive application fees, most especially if you have like a good grade. Most schools waive it if you have good grade. Most schools, they just waive it generally. Most schools, they waive it for a specific week. Most schools, they waive it if you write to them. So it varies. Why most schools don't, you just have to pay it. I paid for 2 schools. It was like 70,000 naira then, but with the rates now, oh my god. You know the funny thing, even the schools I paid, I didn't go there. Where I am currently, they waived my IELTS, they waived my application fee. So some schools, they won't say anything until you write to them. Okay, you don't have the funding, but you really want to come to their school. You attach your CV, your certificates to the email, and they might say, okay, when you submit the application, we'll waive it for you. So you might just be lucky. Start saving money. So this is the time for you to start saving before August. Yeah, if you're really serious about your application, then you should start saving. Yeah, okay, so that's very important as well. like I said earlier on, you should make sure the school gives funding, even if it's not full funding, at least partial funding, something. Yeah, so make sure your school gives out funding. Try to, any question you have, try to write to the graduate coordinator. Write to them any question, they are ready to answer. That's why they're there. Ask them, okay, do you accept, do you take indirect PhD? Do you waive application fees? Do you require me to do this? Ask them questions. They have the right answers to all your questions, trust me. So don't be shy to ask them questions. Yep. And another important thing, most especially for we in STEM and PhD students, schools usually requires us to find an advisor before they can give out admission. Yeah. At the same time, not all schools, but most of the schools, most especially if you're applying for PhD, you're required to have a potential advisor, because it's number one, it helps with your application. Seriously, once you get an advisor that's willing to take you in his or her lab, then you will be sure of yourself that okay, admission is possible because this person is willing to take me in. Then another thing is, it could be this advisors that actually have funding and not even the department. So the advisor might have a grant and he or she is willing to take in students as research assistant. So you can get your funding from that. Okay, and when you have an advisor, it gives your application an edge over others, because they will take your own documents very serious, because they will realize that you've actually done the work of contacting someone from the department to the extent of them accepting you. So you've really gone a long way doing that. And we call those emails code emails. One thing about this code email is that the way people write this is different. There's no specific way of actually writing these emails. So for me, the way I write my code emails, for my first paragraph, I introduce myself, dear doctor, blah 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 blah. And most of the time you should write their name in full, because you don't know what they want to be called. You don't know whether they want to be called their first name or their last name. So you should write it in full. Dear Dr. Stephen Gary or whatever. Yeah, I introduce myself, my name, the grade I graduated with, the school I graduated from, just 2 lines, you know, because those people, they're very busy and they don't even have time to read emails, trust me. So you want to keep this short as possible. Then I can ask question like I wanted to ask if you're taking in new student for the next fall, 2024, 2025, whatsoever, blah blah blah. Then my second paragraph is when I talk about their papers. So one thing you should do is to read at least one of their papers. Let them know that you are really serious about them. So that's what I do. I read their papers, and the second paragraph I just put, okay, I found one of your papers so intriguing, the methodology being used, blah blah, everything, like it's what really aligns with your own research areas, you know. Then from there, my third paragraph is now myself trying to talk about my research experiences. Okay, for my undergraduate thesis, I did this and this, and if you have a publication, that is where you mention it. Okay, I publish so and so paper, blah 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 blah. Then for your conclusion, you tell them, okay, I believe I'll be a good fit to your lab. Give them reason why, and just 2 lines is okay. What are you bringing to the table? So these things will really make them to keep their face glued to the screen. yeah, you want to connect your research interests with theirs. Make sure it's aligning, and let it be something catchy. Okay, so that's just like the summary of what a code email is. Okay, because there are actually lots of work in this code emailing, trust me. And then you attach your CV, your journal, whatever, your certificate to the mail, then you send it. Now don't be sad when you get rejection. We call them love letters. Yeah, I've also gotten. And most of the time it's not like your email is wrong or your profile is not good. Most of the time those people, they are not taking in new students, or they don't have funding, and once they don't have funding, they won't take you in. So you just need to keep trying. Try to send to many schools as possible, and you don't have to send to 3 different lecturers in the same department. Oh my god, that's crazy. You shouldn't do that. Yeah, because those people, they interact. Just saying this briefly so you can start preparing. This is the time you have to start preparing. If you want to prepare on writing code emails, start it now. If you want to write exam, start it now. If you want to save money, start it now. If you don't have your transcripts, or if you know that your university doesn't give out transcripts early, start your application now before the school's application cycle opens. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's just what I want to say. And okay, at the same time, I'll just encourage you guys, most especially those that are currently in school, try and graduate with good grades, please. Yeah, I won't say graduate with 2-2 or graduate with third class now. I won't mention, but you know what a good grade is. Okay, try as much as possible to graduate with a good grade. Yeah, there are schools that are willing to take you in. They need you, they need your skills, and they are ready to give you all it takes. So it's not left to you to actually take these opportunities very, very serious. And I know it's not everyone that want to come here to study, so I'm not imposing. Okay, I'm not imposing on anyone to be serious, or you have to apply, you need to jackpot in codes. That's not what my channel is for. My channel is just to share with you guys some of the things I've also been through, or some of the things I did before coming here. Because on my DMs, you just see people asking me, how do you do it, how do you go about it, tell me, teach me. And to be sincere, I don't have time to be replying people and try to explain things all over and over and over again. But I hope they understand. They might think I'm ignoring, but I'm not ignoring. It's just that I've been busy as well. Now you even telling people that are not even like motivated, their mindset is just to jap about it, but they don't know the hard work that goes into you japping. Yeah, seriously, most especially into US, it's not easy. So many sleepless nights, so many rejection letters, so many nights have cried because I didn't get what I wanted despite having a first class. So many deniers, but we are here today. So application is stressful. Yeah, I won't lie, it's very, very, very stressful. It's time demanding, and you need to be self-motivated. In fact, that's one of the skills you need as a grad student, because if you're not self-motivated, you give up easily. Yeah, but if you need a sample of my CV, like I said earlier on, a sample of SOP, you can just put it in the comment section, or you can DM me if you have my number. yeah, DM me for it. And I'm sorry if I don't reply quick enough, but I'll make sure I reply at least before the application cycle opens. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. I am so grateful. And yeah, you can also put in the comment section if you need like details about some things, okay? Yeah, because what I just said now is just like the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, so if you need specific details, you can put it in the comment section, okay? Thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Yeah, hope to see me soon. Actually, hope to see me soon. Yeah, bye.